Hello, and welcome to the Notary Life with Kimmi Podcast. I am also one of the trainers with Notary Educators, which includes myself, Kimberly Nunnally, Angela Johnson, and Alexis Franklin. We each own our own very successful notary businesses and teach notaries in all 50 states to be great and grow their own business. We will discuss general notary work, apostilles, ink fingerprinting, and the duties of a notary signing agent, and much, much more. For all of your notary needs, please visit notaryeducatorsllc.com. We hope you enjoy the show, and we wish you much success. To Notary Life with Kimmi. How is everyone doing? I want to say hi to those who will listen to the replay, those who will watch the replay, listening on the podcast. In case you did not know, Notary Educators has a podcast. Yes. So, hey, happy Saturday, guys. Happy Saturday. My family like, you going live on a Saturday? I'm like, yeah. Since I'm all kind of put together, we went to lunch today. I went to lunch with my mother-in-law, my sister, and the hubby. And we went to a Mexican place, just hanging out. So I was already kind of done up. I said I'll hop on and go live. Today I'm talking about is the NNA basic notary course worth it? Is the basic notary course any good? Hey guys, welcome. Hey Drea, you always here. You are faithful. How you doing? How's it going? I had a few minutes today. I went, like I was saying when I got started, I went to lunch with my mother-in-law, my sister, and the hubby. So since I was already kind of dressed, I was like, let me go ahead and go live. Hey, Melissa. Melissa is in Savannah. I need to get to Savannah again. It's been a long time. Hey, everybody. Welcome. It's been a long time since I've been to Savannah. I'm about 4 hours from Savannah. Yeah, I'm actually in Georgia for those of you who may be new, but I train in all 50 states because if you know how to be a notary, you know. And all of your documents are not going to originate in your state, so I teach you how to notarize anything. So Drea says, all is well. Hope you are. I don't want to miss any info. You're not going to miss anything. You get first dibs because you are in the mentor program, in the coaching program. So I get those two mixed up. Hey, Notary fam, it's Kimmi. I am here to let you know, just in case you have not heard about the Notary Business Coaching Success Program. We meet weekly. We talk about your notarial duties, how to do an acknowledgement, how to do a jurat, how to administer an oath. Everything you've been asking for. And guess what else is included? Unlimited access to all of my trainings that will also include ink fingerprinting, trust/estate documents. Learn how to properly execute a trust. Don't forget, we also have the private community, like-minded notaries who have been trained by me. Check out my book that I've written for each state, How to Start Your Notary Business in Alabama, California. You get the point. Wherever you're located, there's a book for your state. Well, hopefully I'll see you soon over in training. Notary Educators, LLC. We got you covered. Bye. Well, I mean, I know which program is which because I wrote them, but I'm just saying. So anyway, today, guys, we are talking about the basic notary course from the NNA. Many of you may not even know that the NNA has a basic notary course. It is called Notary Essentials. I think it's called Notary Essentials. Yeah, it's called Notary Essentials. It's $65. And what it covers, I'm going to go over that in detail a little bit. So it's called Notary Essentials. This is not the loan signing test. What else we got? Feel free to put your comments if you have any questions about how to get started. Kate Jones, Nebraska in the house. Okay. Welcome, Nebraska. Welcome. So, yes. So let's talk about it. So if you did not know, the NNA actually has a basic notary course, and it's called Notary Essentials. Most people are familiar with the NSA test and the background check, but they have a basic notary course. And basically, I wanted to go over what it is. So it's $65. I'm going to give you my review of it. Okay. I have taken it. I've taken all things NNA just because that's me. I believe I'm a trainer, I'm an educator in the notary space, so I need to stay up to date. I bought the primer, I bought the mini stamp from the NNA. I buy all these things and do all these things too, so I can come and let you know what is worth it, what's my real opinion about it, and how, if you should actually do it. So let's get into it. So they go over the 5 steps of a proper notarization. It's a 90-minute interactive course, and it'll teach you basic notarial acts. Now it claims, and it's not claim, it says real life scenarios that you'll encounter. However, most people that take the NNA training, they still have to double back and take training with us. So when it says real life scenarios, it does give you a few, but it's nothing like the real life that I'm going to give you, like real people, real things that happen out there. Some of the stories that you hear me talk about are it don't get no realer than real, okay? So anyway, do I recommend the NNA test? For $65 and you don't have any training at all and you just want to get started, I would say why not? I'm more of the mindset, take a couple trainings because each person going to give you something that you missed. But if you really want to get down to the, like I said, the nitty gritty of it, and you really want to know the notary business, that's what we do at Notary Educators. We educate you on real life scenarios, like for real. We go over everything. If you haven't heard about the new coaching program, it includes power of attorneys, trust, estate packages. The NNA doesn't cover all of that. My training also, the $39.99 per month is what we're offering right now for the coaching program. Within that, you have the trust package. Again, it goes over the I-9 training is included, pricing your services. All of that's included in my training for the $39.99 per month. And the Notary Essentials is a one-time payment of $65, but you're not going to learn how to price your services. You're not going to learn how to complete the I-9 form. You're not going to learn how to do trust, estate packages. It's not as inclusive as what I teach you over here at Notary Educator. So you guys know I'm very thorough, anything that I do. And I highly recommend, again, it's only $65. So if you want to take it, 90 minutes of your time, why not? But then when you want to get some real training, I'm at you come back to Notary Educators because I know what we offer. I know what we do. And again, if you watch any of the videos here, I have almost 1,000 on the channel. You know how I teach. So I was going to tell you what else is in the notary coaching thing because my mind, yeah. Oh, yeah, I go over general notary work. I go over how to master acknowledgments and jurats. I go over proctor services and the specialty general notary course. So I give you all of this, right? Field inspections. I talk a little bit about that, what supplies you need. I go over the ink fingerprinting. So you get all of this with my program, my education program over here. I go step by step. I have another course that'll help you build out your business step by step. And then if you join the mentor program or the business coaching program, make sure you get the right program. The Notary Business Success Coaching Program, it does include scripts, sample documents, and all of that. So I got you really covered from A to Z to start your business. And again, I go over the pricing, how to price your services. So you won't be lacking anything. This training that I offer is available for all 50 states. And again, all of your documents will not originate from your state. They're going to come from all over the world, especially as you start entering the apostille space. If you're not familiar with what an apostille is, the short version is a document is leaving the United States, going to another country, and it needs a higher level of authentication. You do not have to be a notary to complete those. But as I always say, anything you do in the notary space, you need a great foundation. Okay? You first need to know how to properly notarize yourself before you start doing anything else. Even serving as a courier, you need to know how to properly notarize documents. Because if you take a document to the Secretary of State for someone, like someone is in Florida and they send me a document in Georgia for me to go to my Secretary of State for them. And if I don't check the document out correctly and I don't know what should be there as a notary, I'm wasting my time. I'm wasting my client's time that hired me, and that person is wasting their client's time because it's not going to be approved, okay? So everything you do in the notary space starts out with knowing how to properly execute a document. If you don't know what I say when I'm saying the word execute, you probably need to be in my coaching session. So what questions can I answer for you guys? I'm going to hang out for a little while today. Any questions you have about the notary business? What's going on in these notary streets? So I will talk about a couple more things that were just on my mind. So a lot of you already have some of your supplies and everything, and you've just been sitting on the bench, afraid to execute, afraid to get started. I want to encourage you guys, don't continue to sit, because the interest rates are dropping. As you hear all the YouTubers, and they're not lying, things have picked up as far as loan signings are concerned, but I don't focus all of my business just on loan signings. The majority of my business is general notary work. I do everything though. And now I'm focusing more on the apostille piece, because it's just a bigger piece of the pie. Okay? So I really want to encourage you guys to not focus on just one piece of the business and quit being afraid to get started. Because the realtors, if you haven't heard, and you heard it here first, I wasn't going to talk about it. I started talking about it last week because I didn't want to impart fear into you all, okay, as notaries. However, the realtors are going to be coming for this part of the business because their fees have dropped. So instead of them being able to charge like 6%, they're down to 3%. So they're going to need to make up their money. So a lot of them already know about the notary and what the notary can do as far as loan signings. Realtors already know. So they're going to start increasing wanting to be a part of this money. They are. It's just facts. And in our Facebook group, if you're not a member, it's completely free to join. You don't have to be in our membership to be a part of our Facebook group, because we have a private membership for those who are in coaching. But if you want to join the Notary Educators Facebook group, you can. But we have had so many realtors joining our Facebook group, and I'm sitting here like, okay. And again, I wasn't gonna really kind of talk about that because I didn't want to put like a competition or add an extra level of fear that, hey, the realtors are coming for our jobs. You know, that's not the case. But they are learning about this industry. They already knew about it, but now it's kind of like now they need to know, okay? And they're gonna start doing it. So when they're not wearing their realtor hat, they know realtors that they can work for and title companies and lenders, et cetera, that they can serve as a signing agent. So these are just facts. So I want you all to get up and trained and ready now to start taking some of this work so you can be ready when this next wave hits, okay? Because things come in cycles, up and down, okay? Just like a roller coaster, up and down. So we kind of been we going on an incline actually. Okay, it is going on an incline because I have a signing scheduled from a company I hadn't worked with in a while. Jeffrey also took a signing from somebody he hasn't worked with in a while. So they are starting to kind of trickle in again, the signings. And actually, there's always a lot of them. It's just I can choose to be a little bit more pickier these days because I do so much general notary work. I had a client this morning where, I'm going to get your question, Melissa. I had a client this morning that I did, okay, it was a little doc prep, okay, but I just typed the letter that the person already had in their own words, okay, I typed it out for them and then I notarized it. Typically, I do not prepare documents, typically, but there are always exceptions to the rule, and in this case, the person already had their own words, I typed it and printed it, and then I notarized it, okay, and I charged them. I gave them a discount because I knew them. Seems like I'd be giving away a lot of discounts, don't it? I do know a lot of people. But that being the case, I did it. So let's see. Melissa says, Kimmy, I want to do a apostille. Folks keep asking me in Savannah. I'm a little scared and I would need a courier in Atlanta to LL. Hey, Melissa, you and I should talk. I could be your courier. Girl, please. I would go for you every day, all day. Okay? I can be your courier. And if you actually get an apostille and you need some help with it, for real, reach out at notaryeducatorsllc.com. Put in the field apostilles and put Kimmy, and I will help you. And we can split the money. Okay? So notaryeducatorsllc.com is going to be the best way for us to initially get in touch. And then I can help you to get it facilitated. You know, you could get like a referral fee. Plus, we could split it some kind of way, depending on what it is. You know, we come up with the total. You can even give me the client and I can do it. You could be on that end if you had to do something, because actually, so what can happen if you don't want to do it right now, because I really recommend you learn to do it yourself, get the majority of the money, and then hire me to do your courier part, okay? But I'll do the whole thing, so don't get it twisted. I will do the whole thing, but I'm gonna recommend you get the training and you do it yourself. But in the meantime, you can refer them to me. I'll get it handled, and I can just pay you on the back end, okay? So we are not leaving any money on the table. So please reach out so we can have a conversation, okay? And that's for anybody listening, not just in Georgia. If you are in a state within the sound of my voice and you have an apostille phone call and you don't know how to do it, or you're afraid, you can refer that to myself or Angela or Alexis. Even though we're in Georgia, we can facilitate apostilles in all 50 states, okay? And you can too, you just need to know what to do. So if you receive a request for an apostille, refer it to us and we'll just pay you like a referral fee, okay? Doesn't matter where the person is located. But all the more so, if it's something in Georgia, we can get that expedited, okay? Because we are not far from the Secretary of State. I am about 30 minutes from the Secretary of State. Hey, Shunshina, how you doing? What's up? Yeah, Melissa, really. So check, visit Notary Educators, do the contact us button and put in there about the apostilles and Melissa, and I'll see it, and then I will reach back out and we'll have a conversation, okay? Because yeah, I'd love to get that work, honey. And then being just a referrer is good too. You can make some good money if I price it right, okay? Let's see. Drea says, look at the connect. Yes. Yes. Melissa says, will do. Okay, yep. So just reach out. What other questions do you all have for me today? What other questions? The coaching program is going amazing. We are growing in numbers, and I love the fact that I can teach you more in those private sessions than I can, and that I will on a YouTube video. There's no way I'm just going to take, an hour or 2 hours and explain something in a YouTube video. I give quite a bit, so I'm very generous with information. People often say, I don't think you can be too generous. I don't, but I've had people, of course, question, well, how are you guys able to give away so much information? Well, I'm going to give you everything you need, but you still might need me to help you put it all together. And that's what you're paying for, is express. You can go to the Shade Tree Mechanic and get your car repaired. And you ever take your car to somebody and it's a family friend or somebody, and then they say, I'll work on your car for you. I'll help you out. And then it's like, but you already know now, when you take your car to Bubba, no offense if it's a Bubba out there, but when you take your car to Bubba, it's going to be sitting there. Your car going to be sitting with Bubba for 4 months, right? Not 4 months, 4 months. It's going to be sitting there with Bubba, right? But if you go ahead and take it to the car dealer, it's going to cost a little bit more. It's going to cost more, but you need it done that day. You need express. That's me. If you want to take 4 years to learn the notary business and kind of scrape it up and figure it out, and you want to do it at that pace, go for it. Because I self-taught. I self-taught. However, if you want to express and you really want to get to it and you want to know what's up in this notary streets, then I'm going to be your person. We're going to do the education part. We're going to get going, and we're going to start making some things happen. So people are making progress in our coaching program at their own pace. Many people are working full time. So that's why they like the coaching program, because it's a low entry point. They don't have to feel like, well, I paid $500 for training and I'm not doing anything with it. At the $39.99 point, then it's like, I could take my time, a few months, get their supplies, get their LLCs, and people are making some progress. So we had somebody in the group the other day, they're getting ready to get their printer. And somebody else said they just want to focus on general notary work. So I recommended that they don't get a printer right away. Now, that's my opinion. I don't think you need to get your big old brother's printer. I can show y'all my printer. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all my printer. This is my office. So this is my brother's printer right here. And then this is my Epson. Okay, that's my Epson. My printer. My office file cabinet. I had to get that, guys, because I was just... I was all over the place. Let me make sure ain't nothing on here y'all need to see. Okay, and then this is the actual coaching program. And my ring light. So let me turn it back. So that's my printer. I'm actually in the office today. But I don't recommend you have to go out there and get a dual tray printer and get all of this stuff and you haven't made any money yet. What I do recommend is let's do some general notary work, get a little training under our belt. You know, I compare it to boot camp general notary work. If you can do general notary work, you can do anything. Okay, loan signing will be easy peasy. But you got to get started. You have to. So I cannot make anybody get started, you know. However, I do give you the tools that you need. I'm here to support with the private chat, which has been going amazing. The chat is working even better than I thought it would, because what we do with the chat is I'm not just calling you all day. You cannot call me all day. But we're in the chat and I'm very active. It's not like I just created the chat and I'm out. No, I'm in the chat. I'm answering questions as I can, which is often. I've never missed one yet. And anyway, and then they're helping each other. The notaries are helping each other, which has also been great. So while you're out on an assignment or whatever, you can let me know. Or actually, I like us to talk before you do the assignment. So you just put in the chat, hey, Kimmi, I got this signing coming up. You know, what do I do? And then I will tell you, I will reach out to you. I'll say, hey, DM me your number, and then I'll call you and get you all set up, you know, for your assignment. So it's been working out pretty good, because there's no way I can just call all day on the phone, everybody. Hey, what color business card should I pick? We don't mind helping you with that. Even a business name. That's been cute. People have been trying to get their business names, but we talk about it within the chat. You know, everybody kind of help each other out. Okay, let's see. So Drea says, I appreciate it. Drea says, oh, how true that is. 4 months. Yeah, 4 months, okay. Drea says, no, Melissa said, for loan signing, do you advertise? I do advertise. It's on my Google page. So what happens is, Melissa, a lot of times, everything starts with the Google page. So when you hear any of us say that, and I mean anybody, and if you find somebody telling you a Google page is not important, just cut the TV off, cut the radio off, just turn it off, whatever. Right? Google is the most important piece of your business. It's the most important piece of your business. Can I say it one more time for the people in the back? Google is the most important piece of your business. So what happens is title companies, especially if they're out of state and they need somebody in this area, or, you know, wherever, they will type in notary near me, and that's how they will find me going direct. Okay. In Georgia, I don't have a lot of direct clients right here in the state of Georgia, because I'm in what's called an attorney state. So I do a lot of mortgage documents, but like somebody else in another state can just go do a refi. In Georgia, I cannot just go do a refi without an attorney being present. Okay. In New York or Cali, wherever, they can just go do a refi. That's why they can make more money. But in my state, they have to hire an attorney. I'm in Georgia. They have to hire an attorney and they hire me. Okay. So that's two people who's got to be paid out the pie. All right. But that's all good, because it's like the attorney does his part. I'm doing one of those on Thursday, actually. And I picked this job because I am meeting the client at a bank. And I love going to the bank. That's my favorite place to go. Because that way I ain't got to worry about no dogs. I ain't got to worry about no cats. I ain't got to worry about no driveways. I ain't got to worry about nothing. We're in a public space. So I love doing signings at a bank. I did a video about that. My favorite places to do signings are banks, car dealerships, Starbucks, Panera, anywhere where I don't have to wonder what's up in that person's house. Because somebody asked me actually in our coaching session this past week about, can you just change the appointment? You know, well, that wasn't the question. Let me get it right in case they're listening. They're going to say, I didn't say that. This is what the thought of the question was. The question was similar to, can you have the appointment, if you have a signing from a signing company, can you change the appointment to like a Panera location or to a McDonald's? Can you change the location? When you are doing notary signing agent work and you have been hired from a company, the answer is going to be no. We don't just get in the habit of changing the location, okay? You go where you're assigned to go. So when they send it out for you to go to ABC 123 apartment, that's where you're going. Okay. Now, general notary work is a little bit different. And even with general notary work, if they call you and they need you to come to a nursing home because someone can't get out, you can't say, well, hey, can they meet me at McDonald's? The person is bedridden. So, no, they can't meet you at McDonald's. So, the only downfall about general notary work, and I'll be honest with you, in the loan signing business, notary business, period, and this could be a whole video. I'll do this again coming up soon. Let me write that down. Things that I dislike. I did this video a long time ago. Things I dislike. I'm gonna do that video again. We can talk about it. But the main thing that I don't like about being a notary is the unknown of location of where I'm going. Okay, that's the only major thing I don't like. I don't like not knowing, does the person have a horse in the kitchen? Okay. When I say horse, it could be a real horse or a dog size of a horse. That frightens me. So that's part of my screening questions. One of my questions is, do you have any pets? Are there any pets I need to be aware of? So that's one of my questions that I ask personally. Now, everybody is not afraid. Hey, Alethea, everybody's not afraid of animals, right? So that being the case, you know, they may not ask that question, but that's one of my questions. Are there any pets? Let me get Alethea really quick. Alethea, I sent you an email earlier. I hope you got it. So your question was about the NNA errors and omission insurance not being included in the package. They did change some of the packages at the NNA. So the NNA is a business, for those of you who do not know. It's not just the Association of Notaries. They're a business. They're out to make money. So they've changed all of their packages over there. Everything costs more. You got to do an add on here, add on there. So they're a business. So, but I still only buy everything from the NNA. I buy my errors and omission insurance from them. I am a member where I pay $69 a year. And that's because I'm an ambassador for the NNA. I don't talk about it a lot, but I am an ambassador for the NNA also. And that just means I apply and I will represent the NNA in an ethical way or whatever, you know, help people in my area. But I help people nationwide, so I didn't need to be an ambassador for them to do that, okay? So to answer your question, like I said, I already sent you an email, but for me, I buy everything through the NNA. There are people that do Byberg and I think Geico, but I don't. I just, like I told you in the email, I do everything through the NNA. So, oh, you're welcome. And to Melissa, I hope I answered your question. So my advertising for my loan signing comes from my Google page. I don't pay for any advertising. I do pay $2.99 a month for signingorder.com. And that's how I get my signings. I'm big on working with signing companies because that way I don't have to go out and hustle and get the work. The work comes to me. Some people don't like signing companies because they pay a little bit less, but I'm okay with that. I work with the ones that I want to work with. The ones I don't want to work with, I don't work with them. Somebody send me out a job for $40 and it needs 2 witnesses. I'm not doing that. I can't afford to. If I wanted to, I cannot afford to. You know, if I wanted to just help them out, I cannot afford a $40 job with 2 witnesses. I can't even afford a $40 job with 1 witness because I got to pay the witness at least $25. And that means I only made $15. I'm not in the habit of working to put money in their pocket, okay? I'm running a business just like they're running a business. And I was saying that about the NNA. The NNA is a business at the end of the day. So if some people, matter of fact, somebody just said, well, I pay the NNA $300 a year. And I get that because I pay for my NSA test and background check. That's $100. Then I pay the $69 for the membership. So, and then I pay for I got the membership. Oh, errors and omission insurance. So I think that's $30 a month. So it's a couple hundred a year. So yeah. So I pay the NNA over $300 a year. So $300 a year times every notary, the NNA is getting paid. Okay. And I'm not mad at them. That's the industry standard. So whoever came up with the idea that the NNA is the industry standard, And some people say, well, no, they're not. Well, yeah, they are. That's who is recognized. Okay. Now, there's another one out there called American Association of Notaries or something like that, but that's not the gold standard. It's not. The gold standard is the National Notary Association. And like it or not, that is the gold standard. So I pay them almost $300 a year for everything. And again, multiply that times how many notaries are part of the NNA. I don't even know. I could Google it. Let me see. Since I'm sitting here on my computer, let me just see. Can I find the answer right quick? How many notaries are part of the NNA? Let's see. This is just telling us how many. Chat GPT might tell me. Let me see. You know, Chat GPT know everything. Let's see. How many notaries are part of the... Now I'm about to get in their business, right? But their business though, they get paychecks over there. You think they doing it for their health? Yeah, it says not clear how many notaries are specifically part of it, but it says it is a notary community providing support, education, or resources. So it sounds like notary educators to me, right? I crack myself up. Look, I mean, notary educators, we're a notary community. We have a Facebook group with over 10,000 people. YouTube about to hit 20,000. I do thank you guys in advance. 20,000. And then we provide support, which we do that whether you pay or you don't, right? I answer questions here. I talk to you sometimes offline and you're not paying me anything. We provide education. So yeah, notary educators should be there, right? It should be the National Notary Educators Association. I crack myself up. And resources to notaries across the nation, across the country. That's me. I provide resources to notaries across the country. I might have to steal this because this is me. This is what we do with notary educators. All right, y'all. Let's see what other questions we have. So, okay, hold on. We got V. Hey, V. V says, how do you handle it if you're afraid of animals? IV girl. So I tell the people up front, you got to put them up. You got to put them up. And that just sounds something like this. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, again, don't forget, now I already done called you when I did my screening, or you done called me in general notary work. And as I'm asking you my questions, I'm like, are there any pets? So when they say yes, I'm like, oh, okay, would you mind putting the pet? I let them know before I get there. Do you mind putting the pet up while we're doing the signing? I won't be there that long. Because most general notary work or whatever I'm doing, I'm not there that long, okay? You can put your dog up for 20 and 30 minutes. I'll tell them right up front. Sometimes they'll say something like, oh, it's just a small lap dog or something like that. So depending on what kind of dog they say, too, but if they tell me like they got a pit bull, I'll be like, we can meet outside. And then even when I get there, I'm confirming everyone in the house knows that I'm here, right? Because I went to one lady's house. She had like a mastiff. I think it's called a mastiff, that big dog. And she was like, oh, he's in the room. I said, yeah, but does everybody in the house know that your girl is in the house, right? And she was like, yeah, they know. I'll let them know how terrified I am, okay? You need me, I need you, right? You need me, I need you. But I need you to put that dog up. I need to make sure everybody knows. So one day we're at the table. I'll never forget this. I had this good conversation with this lady. It was a Saturday morning. Everybody's supposed to be asleep. And next thing I know, we sitting at the table. And I was like, what the heck? And I'm looking. And this dog coming not at my face like that, but he was coming towards the table. And he was just as scared of me as I was of him. And I was like, he's like, so it was so funny. But another thing I do, V, when I go to houses and I know that they have pets, I try to make sure I sit in such a way that I can see what's going on, okay? I'm looking. I don't like my back towards a door or something like that. I try to sit where I can get out anybody's house, period, not just pets. I like to make sure I'm not feeling trapped, okay? So I will try to look and put my bag in such a way. So when you're afraid of pets and stuff like this, you know what I'm talking about. If you're really afraid like I am, you know what to do. So I put my bag sometimes in front of me if I know they have a pet in the house. I'm listening. Really, we ain't doing a lot of chit chat because I need to hear if I'm hearing doors open. If I got a whole situation, y'all. I need to see if I'm hearing doors open, listening to see if doors are opening. I'm looking to see who's coming in the house, like that girl on Tyler Perry movie. I'm checking his pulse. I'm checking. So yeah, I don't play about dogs. I've never been bit. Don't want to get bitten, and I'm just afraid. Now I have a terrible cat allergy, and quite honestly, a lot of people, Joanne said you don't play. A lot of people will appreciate it more if you have an allergy. So I will tell them I have allergies, and I'm not lying because I really do. I have been tested. I have cat allergies, dog allergies, shellfish allergies, tree allergies, nut allergies, lemon allergies. So I still eat these things, but I do a workaround. Not dogs and cats, but I eat the other stuff. And I have an allergy pill, and my nut allergy is not so severe that my throat's going to close up, but I do have a nut allergy, okay? So, but I usually tell people also from that perspective about my allergies, and they're way more respectful. And I had one man, he was like, I could break you of your fear. I'm like, you ain't going to do it today. All right, what are the questions we got? Let me see. So that's how I handle being out there with dogs, okay? Alethea says, do you can buy NNA Arizona, Michigan? Can you buy it separately from other companies? I guess you can buy anything. Yeah, you can buy it. You can buy it, like I said earlier, Byberg or any of those. Byberg, or I hear is it Progressive? I don't know, but I don't do anything but with the NNA. So I cannot advise you if it's even good. And let's cover something really quick, because I know a lot of people, and I'm not talking about Alethea, but I want to talk about this insurance thing. I get my insurance from the NNA, right? I have insurance because it's not required, but I always say you wouldn't drive a car without insurance. Don't stamp no paper out there without insurance, okay? Do not stamp any paper without any insurance, okay? One more time. Do not stamp any paper without any insurance. Now, what I find is people, notaries, a lot of times, they want to make sure that they have insurance, not because it's just the best practice, but they figure, okay, I can mess up somebody's documents because I got insurance. You know, there are people who drive cars like that, right? Oh, I ain't worried about it. I got insurance. I'll park my car here and it's hailing outside because I got insurance. Oh, I ain't worried about parking in this bad neighborhood because I got insurance. I don't think like that. I'm going to park my car so it doesn't get damaged. I don't want to call the insurance company. Okay, because your insurance is going to go up. It's going to be consequences, right? So the same thing with your notary commission. A lot of people figure I got insurance, I don't need training because the insurance is going to cover it. Wrong. You need to be properly trained before you start even buying insurance. Don't buy no car without having insurance. Don't stamp the paper without having insurance and training. If you don't have any training, you have no business of conducting business. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. You cannot wait till you get a call and then say, Kimmi, help me out with this job. People do it all day. I've been talking about that all week because I've been going live every day. That was my goal, to go live just about every day. I'm trying. But anyway, yeah, people are getting an assignment and then they calling me, how you do this? What? I cannot teach you how to be a notary on a 2-minute phone call. And most of the time, that's all I got for you is because I'm actually stamping papers too. So you gotta put some investment into yourself, into your business. You have to know your craft. It's a non-negotiable. You must know what an acknowledgement is. It must roll off of your tongue. What is a jurat? How to administer an oath? How to certify a copy? These are things like I'm breathing air. If you're a great notary, it needs to come second nature to you. Don't be out there stamping no papers and you don't know what you're doing. Don't be out there relying on just, I got insurance, so I'm good to go. No, that is not the answer, okay? That is not the answer. I'm about to get this question here. Hold on, what else we got? Okay. V says, thanks. Joanne says, you don't play. Yeah, girl, I don't play about them pets. I don't play about my business. If you couldn't tell, people often ask me, Kimmi, why don't you have a signing company? You gonna do a signing company? I am not doing a signing company. And that's one thing I could tell you straight up. I'm not doing a signing company because I'm OCD with my documents and I don't play around. I'm doing something on the computer too, y'all. Sorry. Yeah, I don't play around with my documents. I don't. and I got to make sure it's correct. And I don't have time to be trying to have you do no scan back, and I got to look at it. I got to hunt you down, and I'm not doing all that. I'm not. So that's why I don't have a signing company, because I just don't have time for that. I don't. I did a different thumbnail for this. I was putting out a thumbnail for that video, for this live actually. But yeah, I don't have no interest in a signing company. Can you make some money as a signing company owner? I would think so. Yep, because that's what the beef is, right? They get all the money. But it's a lot that goes into that. I have mad respect for those that do have signing companies. I really do. Because I know it's not easy. It's not even easy being a notary, receiving all the instructions from them. Nowadays, signing companies have to send out so many instructions. I'm just like, for real? They're like, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. And I'm sitting here like, you got to tell a notary to sign the document? You got to tell them to put the date? You got to tell a notary to do this? This is basic notary 101. But don't forget, guys, most people haven't had training. Most people have not had training. They just go out there, I'm typing. They just go out there and start stamping. And that's not good. It's not. So, I'm not on the making you get training with me. You can take it wherever you want to. And again, I always tell you self-training. I'm not against it. It's just depending on how fast you want to do it. But hold on, I'm typing. I'm trying to put this notary training. What is it? I'm trying to put this on YouTube so people can know what we're talking about. Notary training review. And I'm gonna put best notary training because that's me. I think I'm the best. Everybody teaches something a little bit different. So I always say I don't knock anybody's training. I do not. I just always say some of the training that we're taking, we may not be ready for it. That's what I always say. Okay. Yeah, you might be taking, marketing and taking this and taking that, but you don't know how to stamp a paper, so you're not ready for. You're not ready. I gotta put this out here. So, what other questions can I help you guys with today? I'm surprised. It's nice to have so many people here on a Saturday. Any other questions you have? I can hang out a few more minutes. I can hang out. Because when I get off of here, I'm going to do my elliptical. And I'm getting ready to go watch some TV and take me a bath and unwind. And that'll be it for me today. I had my one job earlier. I told you I did help this person with some documents. And I made my money for today. So I'm good to go since I had my job earlier. Since I had her. Let's see. Any other questions? Don't be scared. This is the time. Let me see. Is it internet? Okay. I want to make sure I put my thumbnail out. All right, guys. What other questions we got? Anything? Going once? Going twice? You sure? I hang out 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes. Actually, 3. 3 minutes. So yeah, that's what I'm doing the rest of the day. So like I said, I started my day earlier. The person wanted to come. They were pretty flexible. My earlier client, they were pretty flexible. So I ended up doing it. I always try to schedule what's best for me. Like I'm not an early rider. So when somebody say, "Hey, can you come and do my job? Can you be here at 8 o'clock?" I'm like, no. One day a client called me. It was hilarious. He was like, "Can I come at 8?" And I said, It was so funny. I kept hemming it hard like that. I kept making noises like that. I did that on the phone without realizing it. I was like, He was like, "You typically don't work that early, huh?" I said, "No, I usually start my day around 11, but I'm a late night person, so I don't mind doing signings at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Actually, when I first started, I did a lot of those late signings because I like nighttime stuff. How much again is the course, the training, Kay? It's $39.99 per month, and that's unlimited access to all of my courses and also weekly training and a private chat. It's pretty nice. It's been going good. You can read the reviews. I wish more people would read the reviews. Write reviews. If you're listening, I'm going to get on them this week too. I'm going to say, can y'all please leave me a review? Because I tell you to leave a review with your clients. Ask them for a review rather. So I need to ask my clients again to leave a review. But anyway, check out all the description over at notaryeducatorsllc.com and sign up. And we'll see you this week. Let me tell you what else we're talking about the rest of the month really quick, so you can know what to expect. Because some of you are like, what are y'all talking about in coaching? What's really going on? Hold on. And I'm going to answer these questions. How much? Okay, hold on one second. How much? So this month we are talking about, next week on Wednesday, how to steer clear of unauthorized practice of law, because we need to talk about that. If you don't know what the unauthorized practice of law is, you probably need to be in my coaching session. Okay? Unauthorized practice of law. If you don't know, you need to be in session. The week after that, Friday night, we're going to talk about knowing when to decline a notarization, because just because somebody asks you to notarize a document does not mean that you have to do it, okay? The next one is top notary mistakes and how to avoid them. That week too, we might talk about how to fix a notary mistake. I think we might do both, how to fix it too. I think we will. We'll talk about how to fix a notary mistake that day. And then last, at the end of the month, we'll go over unlocking success with business coaching. So every session, just so you know how it works, is we do the training that I have listed here. It'll take about 30, 40 minutes. And then we take the next 45 minutes to do some coaching. So that part is totally up to you. I have it scheduled for like an hour, but typically we do 90 minutes. And I don't mind. Because I want to make sure every question is answered. And we don't stop until every question is answered. So let's see. Figuring the cost says, what advice for someone who works a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, meaning the set business hours? I get this question quite frequently. I guess I'll do another video about this too, another live. But when you work 9 to 5, you got a couple things you can do. One is have your Google business page set up to actually advertise when you're working, when you're available. So for example, if you can only work 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., that's what your Google page should say. There's no need to me, in my opinion, to have it running 24/7 and you cannot go do those jobs. Google will work for you. If you have that you can work between 5 and 9, when people put in notary near me, you will populate because you're open during those hours. So your Google page needs to reflect what you can actually work, would be my first piece of advice, okay? Secondly, take those signings that are available on the weekend and evening hours. Sometimes if you see a signing around like the 4 o'clock hour, if you get a notification, you can let the people know, let the signing company know, hey, I can't be there at 4, but I can be there at 5:30, okay? Because sometimes those later signings, they don't have anybody, and they rather have you than have to reschedule it, because they will reschedule it. One day, they were putting out a signing, and it went from $100 to $200. When it hit $200, I was all over it, right? I was getting ready to do it. However, and I did accept it. Because I was all over. But when them docs came out, I saw why nobody wanted it. It was commercial. Y'all probably heard me talk about this in a video. It was a commercial package. They had undercharged it or whatever. And it was a flat out mess. I was not doing that job. I'm like, I'm not doing all. It wasn't even worth $200. So it was a mess if I wasn't going to go do it for $200. And they knew it. It was all kind of commercial stuff involved in it. It was not an easy signing. So that being the case, though, try to get those evening signings, weekend signings, and make sure your Google page reflects what you can actually work. Because don't frustrate yourself. Don't put you can work 9 to 5 and you can't work 9 to 5. You sit in an office in Dallas, Texas in the middle of the day. You can't go do a notary signing. Why would you even advertise that? Some people will say, well, go ahead and put 24 hours, and then when they call you, let them know that, hey, you can do it at 8 at night. When somebody calls you for a notary, guys, be clear, 99% of the time, they need you right that second, okay? So my other piece of advice too is if you are going to run your hours a little bit outside of what you can actually work, have you a notary buddy that you can refer work to. So like, for example, I open at 9. Angela opens at 7. So that's a 2-hour window. 2-hour window. If I get a client that wants a notary before 9, and they call me like the day before, I'll just refer them to her. Because I already know I ain't getting up at 7 o'clock. Okay. Now, and the reverse is true with Angela. She's not a late bird like me. Angela, I believe, closes at 7. So, or sometimes 8. But if a client needs me at 9 o'clock, I'm all over it because I don't mind the lateness, you know. So, you know, have your notary buddy, somebody you can refer work to. If you don't have a notary buddy, because I often hear that, be in our Facebook group, Notary Educators. And there's usually somebody you can kind of connect with, okay? But you could definitely run this business working full time. Alexis has done it for years, okay? And that's how she does her business. Her hours are such where she works. She put on Google what she can actually work. She does a lot of weekends. She does a lot of evenings. And because of her, I actually changed my hours. I was closing at 5. And she was like, Auntie, you leaving all kind of money on the table. For those of you who do not know, Alexis is my niece. And my sister that I lost is her mom. I've told y'all this before, but just in case you didn't know. She'll say, Auntie, you leaving all kind of money on the table. So I said, you know what, you're right. So now I close at 8. But again, if somebody call me and say, I can't get there till 9, I'm going to do it. So I always tell people, we work at your convenience. But on paper, I close at 8. 9 to 8. Alethea says, I was thinking about buying a basic package for $79 and adding an E&O, hoping it's less than $233 a year. Yeah, I mean, that's all you can do. You just got to make a business choice. Who do you want to do business with? NNA or Byberg? Or, you know, you just got to make your decision. Kidney Stone Free says, what do you say if the signing company does not give you a price before asking you if you want to do the job? What do you say if the signing company does not give you a price before asking you if you want to do the job? They always give you a price. I'm not sure about that question, Kidney Stone. Can you rephrase that for me? Because they will always tell you it's $200. I'm sorry. Let me not put 200 out there. I just got 200 in my brain. They will tell you it's $75. It's a refi. Or I had one guy, he's my favorite. He always says, it's only a seller's package with 23 pages. Yeah, right. A seller's package is a seller's package is a seller's package. Now, those are my favorite. But I'm not going to give you a $50 job just because you said, it's only a seller's package. They always say it's only. And it'll never be just only. When they say it's only, be careful. Let's see. Kay says, yes, awesome. I'm excited about that. About it. Okay. LaDonna says, hello from California. Hey, LaDonna. Our Facebook group is Notary Educators Facebook group. Make sure you answer all the questions to get let in. That's completely free. Figuring the cost says, thank you. Very helpful. Great. Figuring the cost is in Long Beach, California. Yep. You can join us too. We got California students. We got Arizona. We do all 50 states nationwide. Figuring the cost is thank you so much. Appreciate you. First time I've ever called you live. Well, look at here. Look at here. That's why I went live today. I said I'm going to start doing some odd times so I can get, you know, different people. I go live when I can. Because again, you guys know I am working. I'm not just a YouTuber. I have to always say that because people think, oh, you're on YouTube. They see me out there in these notary streets. I was at a restaurant called Culver's recently, and the lady was like, I know you. She said, you don't know me, though. And I was like, oh, okay. She said, yeah, from YouTube. And then we were at the apostille office. Jeff and I, we had left there and went to have lunch at a place called the Flying Biscuit earlier in the week. And it was a young man there. He was a realtor. That's how I first found out about this realtor thing, y'all, that they come in for our business. He said, yeah, you're really popular. You're known. And I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. He said, we know all about you. He said, I'm going to get my notary too. I'm going to get my notary. So, yeah. So just be cautious. If you got your commission, quit sitting on it. There is business out there let's ask ChatGPT. That's my thing, y'all. I love ChatGPT. How many documents are notarized annually? Let's see what it says. How many documents? And we're going to get ready to wrap this up. Documents are notarized every year. Let's just see what it says. Let's see. All right, this is from ChatGPT. It is estimated that billions of documents are notarized annually worldwide. In the United States alone, There are over 4.5 million commissioned notaries, and they collectively notarize hundreds of millions of documents every year. The exact number can vary depending on factors such as the state, industry practices, and use of electronic notarizations. Do y'all see how many though? Hundreds of millions of documents every year. You just need a little piece of the pie in order to be successful. You ain't got to notarize a whole million. You just need a little bit. And you need to know what you're doing before you start doing that, okay? But listen, it says the demand, this is ChatGPT, the demand for notarizations comes from a wide range of industries. Listen to this, including real estate, legal, financial services, and healthcare. Okay? So don't get it twisted when you hear people say there is no work. There is there is no work. Not true. Not true. Not true. There is work. Oh, looks like I need to get some water. Okay, I've been talking for a minute. So, yeah, documents are being notarized all day long. Okay, let's get this last question. Okay, I think that's it. Okay. Anything else? I guess I'll stay 6 more minutes. Maybe an hour. What else we got? Anything else before I head out? So just so you know, get your piece of the pie. I mean, documents are being notarized all day, every day. Every day. Oh no, I'm not coming for it as a realtor because I'm also one, but I want to use my notary. Had too long and not used. Thank you so much for the info, Joanne. You're welcome. Yeah, figuring the cost. Excuse me. So real talk. Ain't nobody in the room with me. That's why I didn't cover my mouth. FYI. Somebody be like, you should cover your mouth when you clear your throat. I'm in here by myself in my office. So I do cover. Look, I do like that. If I got to cover it, if I got to cough or something. But yeah, so no shade to the realtors either. Because, again, everybody's trying to get their piece of the pie. So the realtor market has changed. And if I was a realtor and I knew about the notary space, I might start adding it to my thing too. It makes sense. It's like another stream of income for them, for you. And you're in California, so you don't have the same restrictions that I do here in Georgia. You can just go out and get the whole piece of the pie. $200-$300 a pop, okay? So, excuse me. So, all that being said, yeah, no shade to realtors, you know. But I am going to get out of here. I think that was the last question. Joanne says, thanks for the info. Yeah, guys, so it's always a pleasure. And I will see you. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow or not. We'll see. But my goal is to try to go live at least Monday through Friday. But I think the weekends are good, too, because that way I get a different mix of people. So, anyway, I am going to head out because I got to go do that elliptical. I got to do the elliptical because I ate a few things I shouldn't have ate today, okay? So anyway, guys, until next time, though, check out NotaryEducatorsLLC.com for all things notary. Don't forget my Start Your Notary Business book, too. If you're brand new to the industry, don't know how to get started, check that out, okay? So until next time, I'm going to say bye. It's been my pleasure, and I will see you guys soon, okay? Bye. Oh, NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. I don't know if I said it or not. Bye. Later. Bye, Dre. Thank you again for listening to the Notary Life with Kimmi podcast. We would love to be a part of your notary journey. Please visit us at NotaryEducatorsLLC.com for all of your notary training needs. Also, please feel free to join the Notary Life with Kimmi YouTube channel, where Kimmi has over 400 videos that will help you to grow and build a successful notary business. Until the next episode, we wish you much success on your journey. Bye.